It's reminding readers and the creators behind it how immersive comics have always been, how the medium is not just a pipeline to something bigger. This is the big thing. Hi, my name is Grayson, and I'm working on Absolute Catwoman.
Hi, I'm Snyder, and I'm working on Absolute Batman and Absolute Catwoman. It is about a woman who has amassed an incredible fortune, being the best thief in the world, and is now ready to retire. And she is shutting down her cat cave and moving to her private island villa when there's a knock at her door. She's the best thief in the world. But on a more personal level, she's someone who's really struggled with hardship. And at this point in her life, similar to in the main universe, I think, she's always kind of had a complicated relationship with good and bad, with Gotham and escaping Gotham, with being a hero, with being an anti-hero. What does it mean to kind of walk that line between light and dark and try and find your way out of trauma, out of a situation that's made you somebody that you don't always like when you look in the mirror? It's an empowerment story that's not about materialism. What gives you freedom ultimately is knowing that you fought the good fight and you're brave and you made connections with people that matter.
What you get to find out over these 6 issues is how did she get there? What did she have to do? And how much of the legend of Catwoman is aligning with the Selina that you're getting to know. It's about Selina returning to the core of her DNA and shedding that lore or using it to save the day, whichever she decides.
When we started the Absolute Universe, I think the goal was to have a place where you could strip the characters down to their core elements and then rebuild them from scratch in a way that would make them feel more personal to the creative team, more immediate, but also even more, I think, resonant to today's audience.
What I found so inspiring from Scott when we were building Absolute Catwoman together is we know what Selina's North Star is, but how she gets to where she's going, we all want that happy ending, but now we get to play with the actual hero's journey in a way that you don't really get in the main line. Something that I really wanted for Selina is how to flip this idea of being empowered by material things. What is better than the Hope Diamond? Freedom. Like the actual idea that she is untouchable. What Absolute does is push on how we visualize those things, how we dramatize those things, while still being character first, creator first, vision first. And so it does feel a little bit like, oh, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too, really? I can have these big bombastic moments and really get to the heart of things. It's reminding readers and the creators behind it how immersive comics have always been, how the medium is not just a pipeline to something bigger. This is the big thing.
In this universe, Selina is sort of Batman. Selina has all of the material things. You have a character that is always trying to, and again, I thought this was like a brilliant take from Che, climb higher, like the cats on the roofs of Gotham when she was a foster kid. She'd go up to the roof to get away from that environment, and she would almost admire the cats up there because they were above all of it. And so it's about getting enough to get above and above and above so that you're not vulnerable to the things that can hurt people down on the street. And the brilliance of the story that she came up with is that that's not possible. You're just climb and climb and climb, and you're still trapped.
Historically, her power has been in her sexuality, and Scott was like, listen, I'm open to like breaking that open and putting that back together again. I think at her core, she has that draw for reasons that are typical, but also for reasons that are very much fundamental to her being a woman. What's great about this book is you have this heist, you have these high stakes, you have high tech. These are women who, in the main line, we don't often get to see, oh, okay, that's how this character has always done it, but they didn't have that toolbox. And we're just giving them different tools. And seeing how that impacts their character and their decisions is actually what makes them feel so fresh.
Che is both a friend, but also more than that, a writer that I've admired for a long time. And I think what she really brings to the page in a way that is probably far better than me is the character work. She really inhabits the protagonist of her stories, and Selena is such a rich character, and Che's take on her was immediately something that I felt drawn to. But honestly, everything you like about this book is Che and Bengal. But I'm really just like there to have fun and watch them make it something really magical, which is a joy.
Scott is always very yes and, and so it just pushes me to want to do better. My biggest kind of goal is like, I have the light in my eyes. I want everyone as excited as I am, and so working with a hero is weird for me because I'm so focused on things Scott was doing at my age, and I resonate with it so deeply, and how do I bring it? And you're like, okay, it's not a one-to-one, but now I have this opportunity to have a more organic way to honor how much his work impacts my work and my voice.
Can't say enough good things about the work of Bengal, who's like a legend, and again, like Che is just knocking it out of the park. The fan response already has been so exciting, and the fan art and all of the buzz around it. You've seen Selena in action in Absolute Batman a little bit, but you haven't seen what she has. Batman doesn't have the Batcave, but Selena is the one that has the giant headquarters with all the vehicles, all the different kinds of suits, all the tech, all the gear. You never know what you're gonna see when that vault opens, which costume she's gonna pick, which tail she's gonna screw in, which vehicle she's gonna take. And what's fun about Absolute is always about kind of surprising you, not just with the main characters of the stories, but the reinvention of peripheral characters too, and the cast that Che has come up with for the book is a big one, and I think you're gonna see some characters that you'll be very, very excited to encounter.